Hi guys. Okay, today it's a bit rainy, but it looks like it might clear up. But it's reasonably warm, so it's not too bad. Anyway, I am off to Melksham to see two little chihuahuas called Teddy and Bear. So they're going to be very cute, obviously, but they have got a few typical little dog issues, which is very common because, as we know, little dogs get babied more and that generally leads to more issues. So what we've got going on is some handling issues. So Bear in particular is not very good at the vets, so things like having his nails clipped, being examined, all of that sort of stuff. Gets very scared and can get a bit growly and snappy, so we need to have a look at that and do some work on calming him down with new people, and particularly in terms of vet style examination and handling. So we'll be doing plenty of work on that. And then both of them are dog reactive, so I have brought little Logan along for his first ever behaviour session. Obviously I've had him a couple of weeks now. I've done a lot of work with him, and he's improved massively. So he's still very much in training, but you can't train a stooge dog without getting them to be a stooge dog. So obviously I'm not going to push him. I don't want him to get overly anxious or anything, but he's got to start somewhere, and I thought it would be easier for him to start with some dogs his own size than a big dog barking at him. And obviously, because I should be able to stop the dogs barking at him pretty quickly, it won't, I don't think it will bother him too much. He's been on plenty of walks now, mixed with plenty of different dogs, and his natural tendency is to avoid anyway, which is great. Obviously he needs to be a lot more confident, and that's part of his training, but because his natural tendency is to avoid rather than to fight back, he's actually off to a really good start. So I won't push him too much, but I'm hoping if the little dogs respond the way that I think they're going to do with the training, we should be able to go for a nice walk together, and it'll be good for all of them. So yeah, so we've got to work inside to start with. Obviously go through plenty of leadership, make sure that can all be done nicely, because that is going to be, as usual, the foundation to all of it, is getting that nice leadership structure in place and helping the dogs to feel a lot more safe and secure, fully understanding that they don't need to get scared and reactive, because it is their owner's job to control any potentially scary situation and not their job. And that is actually the key to raising their confidence, is what we call advocating for your dog. So the dog sees something and goes, I'm scared, right, I'm going to bark to get rid of it, and we have to say, no mate, don't do that, because that's my job to deal with this. So if you're scared, you look at me and I'll deal with this situation as I see fit, which is normally just to walk past and ignore and go, what are you worried about, mate? It's just another dog. So yeah, we'll do plenty of practice with that. We'll do plenty of practice with the handling. They're going to bark a lot when I go in as well, which is obviously quite normal with reactive dogs. And again, it's Bear that is the most scared. Apparently Teddy is going to be calmed down a lot quicker and be friendlier about everything, but I think Bear sounds like the one that's got more of the nerves. So it should be a really interesting and fun session. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Logan's first outing at work. It's always great to get them started, and yeah, I shall take some, I'm sure, very cute videos and I will get back to you afterwards and let you know how it goes. There's a potential, I'm hoping not, but there's always a potential with handling issues that I might get a little bite, but it's a Chihuahua, you know, how bad can it be? And obviously there's an element of me wanting to find out if the dog will actually bite, or if it's just making noise and having the appearance of aggression. And I'd rather know that by it happening to me than find that out by it happening to somebody else. So sometimes it's kind of par for the course where you allow yourself in a way to get bitten, especially with a tiny dog that you're not worried about, so that you can see if they will actually follow through, because I'd rather they do that to me than anybody else. But normally I'm pretty good at not getting bitten, obviously, after all these years, but there's always a potential in these situations, because at the moment I don't know what the dogs are like, and I don't know what Bear's going to be like with me handling him. And it may be that I go, absolutely not, I'm not going to even try today because he's far too scared and we've got to do more confidence building first. So I don't really know until I get there. But if I do the next video with plasters on my fingers, that'll be why. But hopefully we'll avoid that. I don't want to over push him, obviously, but sometimes, like I say, it is just good for the owner to actually know how far the dog will go, because that way they understand when to push and when not to push in terms of getting the training done. So yeah, it'll be an interesting session. I can't wait to meet them. Obviously, as you know, I had a little Pomeranian called Teddy, so it sounds weird, but it can be a bit emotional when you're dealing with a dog that's got the same name as a dog you used to have, especially another little one. I've seen a lot of big dogs called Teddy, but this is a little Chihuahua that's probably going to be similar. Obviously not that similar. Poms are pretty different, but yeah, I'm hoping I don't get emotional. I should be all right. Anyway, I feel like I'm just babbling now. I'll get back to you afterwards and let you know how everything goes. See if they kick off. Oh, I wanted to ring the bell. There we go. I wanted to see what they actually do. Goodness. Okay, so yeah, we do have a lot of barking. Right, this is their first try, so we'll see how they do with the door, see if this is a bit better. Oh, we've not even barked. Wow. That is amazing. That is so good. Yeah, all right. You decided that we're friends now, eh? And we can have all the fusses. Yeah, we decided we're friends now. Okay, well that didn't take much, did it, eh? Bit of trust, bit of treats, and a bit of training, and all of a sudden, we're besties. Yes, I know. Good boy, Bear. Good boy, Bear. Oh my goodness. You two are adorable. Do you know that? Sit. Let's have you both sit. Leave. 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 Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. What's this? Yes. Good boys. Look at me. Yes. Well done. Good boys. That's so good. You're so cute. Yes, you are. You're too cute. I know. Oh, we all good. You notice I'm doing a bit of examination whilst I'm doing this. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So would he normally not be happy about a stranger doing things like that?
He wouldn't like it.
Really? So he's doing great then, aren't you? You're doing great with me. Well done. Well done. I even managed to touch your tail, do your paws. Oh, well done. He's being really good. Yes, you are. What she's talking about. You're not being aggressive with me. Can I touch your paws? Oh, thanks. Thanks, mate. Yeah. It's just all we need is food, I think, with you, isn't it, eh? All we need is... Ouch! Do not snatch my hand off. You're a shark. Gentle. That's better. Oh, you didn't have one. You didn't have one, did you? There you go. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, well done. Oh, down your back end and everything. Oh, do we like the bum scratches, actually, do we? You are doing so well. And your tummy. Yeah, this is almost like a vet exam. I've gone through everything, really. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, this is so much better. Wow. No, of course not. Wow. I mean, is this better than how you normally walk them?
Oh, this is a lot better. I wouldn't have...
Keep walking. You didn't think this was possible? Yeah. This is beautiful. Relax, relax. You don't need any tension. Head up, shoulders back. I'm having a lovely walk. This must feel nicer.
It is.
Just keep walking. That's it. Good. Good.
Is there any commandment I can say to Teddy when you have a stop?
Just say, come on, or come heel, or whatever. Okay. Just, yeah. Come on, let's go. Good boy. Well, oh, Bear's looking like a pro. Look at him. Trotting along like a show dog. This is brilliant. And you said that his tail was never up. Yeah, look at him.
It's never, because I always feel like he's on guard.
But look at his tail. He's so much happier. And it's because he knows that you've taken that control away from him. He doesn't want it. Look at the size of him. He doesn't want to have to control everything he sees. But now he knows that you're in control. He feels safe and secure. His tail's come up. And he's a happy little man. And they're doing beautiful heel work, which is just lovely. Dogs, well done. Well done. Cool. Right, another bit of walking. Oh, yeah, careful. That's the only downside about lines. Right, call Teddy. Yes, good boy. What I want you to get into the habit of is when you call them, as soon as they set off to come to you, you're going to say yes. All right? Wow. Oh, there you are. There's the others. Not really caring about the closeness of another dog. This is awesome. And you said a minute ago they'd never been this close to a dog.
No.
I mean, they're pretty much walking side by side now.
I mean, I think part of that is my fault because I don't let them get too close to a dog.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what they would do.
But if you'd not been able to correct and control that like we just did, of course you weren't going to get close to a dog. No. Whereas now they're basically walking next to each other. It's so cute. Oh, they're being so good. To stay, they're choosing to stay with you. And that is where they will choose to stay, to be honest. Look, he's not interested in going anywhere. He's like, Mummy has food. I'm staying with the food and that's it. Come. Oh no, he wants Mummy's food. You want Mummy's food. Teddy, come. You want my food. Oh yeah, you're taking the food now as well. And you've never taken food on a walk and I was told you never had your tail up. So look at this. Look at this change. Eh? My God, that's actually amazing. What a difference, guys. All right, you can have another one. You can't just keep having treats all day, though. I just want this to be a really positive walk. Yeah, oh, okay, you can have one too. Mate, how is it that you look small next to the 2 chihuahuas? Teddy, Bear, come. Yes. Did you see where I got the yes in? Just as he set off. So that what we're doing is we're giving them a reward before they get the reward.
Yeah,
so,
if they run away and I can't get them.
Teddy, Bear, where's this? Come here. I just want to get all 3 of you in a little line. Sit.
Come. Sit.
Sit. Oh, that's 2. We got 2 out of 3. We didn't get you. Come here. Good boy. But look how close they all are. I mean, you know, they're just And they are, all right, they've got the lines on, but essentially they're off the lead and they're absolutely fine. Hey, good, well done. That was great. Great blocking. Well done, you. And well done, you, for not running away. This is so good for his confidence as well. Good boy, mate. Good boy, Logan. Good boy, Teddy and Belle. Look at them. They're angels. Oh, that was a really good session. And, gosh, timed it really well because we had a really nice walk and didn't get rained on. And now it's just started raining, so that was really good timing because we not long got back in from the walk. So yeah, well timed walk that was, not getting wet. Oh, I'm a bit stuck in here. Might be a 60-point turn getting out of it. Anyway, it went so well. Yeah, really sweet. Look, they're big Chihuahuas, man. I was expecting them to be the same size as Logan, but of course he's a little tiny teacup and they're kind of normal Chihuahuas. But anyway, really gorgeous dogs, so cute and lovely. And yeah, Bear was definitely the more nervous of the two, in terms of when I first went in, didn't really want me touching him, but as you saw by the end, he was letting me fuss him. And actually, although I didn't do like a thorough proper vet examination, I did actually, whilst fussing him, kind of mixing it in so he didn't really notice, I did get to look at his ears, I went down his back legs, I picked up his tail, I touched his paws, you know, all of that, whilst he kind of just thought he was having a lovely fuss and getting some treats. So it was a bit of trick work involved, but he was loving it. So we know that we can definitely get him to a point of being absolutely fine at the vets. But the problem we've got is it's easier for me because I'm not scared, and obviously I know what I'm doing and all of that sort of stuff. And if we're going to get Bear really great at being examined by strangers, we have to be able to practice that. And whilst ever he's still snapping, nobody's going to want to do that, are they? Which is, you know, quite sensible. So we've got to get him muzzle trained. So that's the biggest and first step in dealing with his issues with examination, because he definitely will bite. no question about it. He definitely will if we don't approach this the right way. So we've got to get everybody, his owners first, really confident being able to examine him without being nervous about him snapping, which at the moment they are. So, you know, if his owners can't do it, then we can't expect a vet or anybody else to be able to do it. So we've talked a lot about that. We're going to get a muzzle that fits him well, and he's a real food freak. So I don't think the muzzle training is going to take very long. This is a dog that will do anything for food. So yeah, I don't think that's going to be much of a big deal. And then obviously they're going to start doing lots of examination work with him where they can be very confident because the muzzle's on and nobody's worried about getting bitten, etc. So yeah, they know exactly what they're doing with that now. And the walking was great. I mean, they've been on harnesses just pulling and being reactive, and it's just been so hard for her to walk them. And we got them out on those slip leads and they were just amazing. You know, great heel work within 2 minutes, really. And yeah, we need to work a little bit harder with Bear with the dog reactivity, but he did get it to the point where we ended up in the park. He was hanging out with little Logan like they'd known each other forever. And oh god, am I going the right way? Yeah. And then we saw quite a few different dogs, kids with scooters, yeah, they get nervous. What we did notice was happening was Teddy will do the opposite, and Teddy will freeze. So we've got Bear barking and Teddy freezing, and it's very difficult for one person to deal with two dogs and who are doing two different things that you have to deal with in two different ways. So yeah, it was I've no idea if I'm going the right way. Yeah. But it was really interesting because obviously Amy didn't really understand why Teddy was doing that suddenly stopping thing, and now that she understands that he's just dealing with his fear in a different way to Bear, it kind of all makes sense. But what we have both established is that her partner needs to step in and help her with walking the dogs, because it is a lot easier to have one person handling one dog and one person handling another dog, especially initially. So yeah, that I think will really help. But we did have a great walk. We ended up in the park. We walked past quite a few dogs with no reaction or with minimal reaction that was easy to correct. And then we did some really great work on the long line, where she thought they were just going to bugger off. No, of course they didn't. They stayed really close. They did great recall work, and they were fantastic actually off lead. And for the first time ever, apparently, Teddy was taking treats and had his tail up on a walk, which apparently is unheard of. So I was over the moon with everything. We did a lot of work. They're going to need to decompress now. Oh, bless them. But they did so well, and so did Amy. It's always a lot to take in that first session. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of big changes, but yeah, all three of them did fantastic, and I was really chuffed with it. Really chuffed, and I can't wait to see how much more they've improved next time. We've got a session booked in a couple of weeks, so I wanted to see if we can get Bear fully muzzle trained by then, so I could do some more examination work with him. And then I think the walk-in is going to be the easiest of all the issues, to be honest, because they just did so well on their walk. So I'm not worried about that at all. But yeah, great day, and so pleased I missed all this rain when we were on the walk, because we had quite a nice clear walk, and now it's horrible. So that worked out well. Anyway, I will see you next time.